welcome to Central California, known for its rolling hills, beautiful scenery, pleasant climates, and of course, the abundance of local vineyards and wineries. But among all that lies Sonoma Raceway, a 1.99-mile road course twisting its way atop the hills. And one of the most famous corners on this track, turn 11, a slow right-hand hairpin. And this section of the track is fully paved and plenty of asphalt to make a 2/10 of a mile short track. And the Mystic Racing League's Legend Car Series continues its quest for a champion here in California. 2/10 of a mile, no banking, leaves only one way around this track, and nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. With only one ideal racing line, a lot of frustration and a lot of contact is to be expected around this track. Good evening, and welcome to the Green Flag Racing Network. Chris Rosca, Colin Grace alongside to bring you the action. And now, Colin, on a one-groove short track, how do you manage your temper when you're dealing with traffic?
As we've seen a lot in this league, we'll have some drivers that most of the time we're patient through a good section of the race, but you'll have some drivers towards the end that are going to start getting really aggressive, trying to find those moves. But like you said, with this track being flat, it's going to be really hard to make a move without using the bumpers. So we'll really have to keep an eye on how drivers race tonight.
Yeah, you just saw a moment ago the modifications they had to do to turn 11 to make this track happen, and absolutely zero banking. This track, known for its elevation changes, there's a lot of corners where you're on the hill, a lot of corners where you're coming down the hill, but very flat in turn 11. And it's very akin to something like Martinsville, would you say? How does that kind of mentality come into the track where it's flat, you know you have nowhere to run, so coming into this race, what is your mentality for it?
I mean, obviously, you're going to want to. I would say you'd want to qualify on pole, but obviously, with the inverts here, you kind of want to qualify towards the back so you can end up towards the front of the field because as much as I don't think we're going to get single file racing for too long, I'm sure that's going to be a nature of this track. Obviously, it's going to be one groove. You're going to want to be around the bottom where the fastest way around the track is. So you want to try to start up front if you can, but we'll see here in heat race number 1.
We'll see how this goes. Like you said, you want to be around the bottom of the track, and that's gonna be the ideal way around this course is around the bottom. You can see the darker where all the tire rubbers placed down. But we'll see. Do you expect to see a lot of contact here? I'm expecting to see a lot of contact here with contact between drivers and between um, drivers and each other and trying to get around the track. Maybe even misjudging the corners and hitting the tire barriers on the inside.
Yeah, it's likely we're going to see some of the bumper use. Obviously, as anyone has seen from races past, there's going to be a little bit of bumper use, but also these cars can take a beating. So let's see how this goes. Coming to the green flag, pace car should be pulling off this lap.
There it goes. Pace lights are out. Car pulls off to the pit road, utilizing some extra asphalt. And here we go. JT McNulty, Andrew Shoby, take us to the green flag.
See, then already a
Trying to get
couple
the pace
cars
over, yeah.
straight now. You see Deweese down to the inside, the number 8 machine. They're looking for the lead already. Gonna clear.
Braxton Deweese to the lead. Here comes Wesley Burke up to second. Shoby and McNulty, those two started front row. They're side by side. And Braxton Deweese already trying to pull away. He already has the fastest lap. Little bit of technical issues. See the ticker not correctly showing the drivers on track. The caution flies. Or not?
Yeah, caution is out. I see the pace cars on track. Ticker. Yeah, we're having technical issues there with the ticker, so caution is going to come out. Not exactly sure what brought the caution out.
saw Brandon Willard had a yellow flag displayed. May have been something to do with Brandon Willard. Take a look right here. Side by side with the 16. Oh, it just gets loose.
Yeah, you're gonna see that a couple times recently in the last couple races. If you bump the driver in front of you wrong, it's gonna send you around so the driver in front of you around. But the 8 of DeWeese is gonna be your leader still.
Braxton Deweese, Wesley Burke, Andrew Shoby, top 3 currently.
Pace car lights are off. Should be pulling in this time to the weird pit road we have there on the outside of this little oval.
I mean, yeah, there isn't room in the infield for it. Green flag flies. Braxton Deweese, Wesley Burke, nose to tail, side by side throughout the rest of the field. Contact in the back. Brandon Willard.
Oh, banging doors. 54 loose.
Jonathan Giacherri and Alex Young side by side. Brandon Willard goes around again. But
Oh, 9-9 around.
And Brandon Willard around again. Braxton Deweese comes out to the caution.
You're gonna get double filed here for the restart. Pace car lights are off.
Well, it's been the Braxton Deweese show during this heat. Do you expect the other 2 heats to run something similar? Or do you expect a little more battling in those 2 heats?
All really depends on who's going to be starting up front in those heats. As we're back to green.
Braxton Deweese,
See
Wesley Burke side by side.
You see Burke
30
blinking
car
there on the
around, big
outside.
wreck.
Oh, wreck
Jonathan
out back.
Giacherri, Alex Young, JT McNulty involved. And the caution flies. That all started back here. 30 car clip to 69. He goes wide, gets loose, and then contact. Wilshire is able to keep going. But Wesley Burke able to get around Braxton Deweese for the lead during the carnage at the back of the field. So under caution yet again. Fortunately, ticker system having some technical difficulties. We'll get that fixed for the following heats.
Again, going to get double file. Pace car lights are off. Dewey's going to be lining up on the outside this time. We're going to see if he can try to make a move here on the restart.
Yeah, keep an eye on that 8. First car on the outside line. He's been dominant during this race. Now starting in the less preferred outside line as the green flag flies.
Gonna have to settle down into second place there. He got contact out back. 30 running into the back of... Not exactly sure what car that is there.
Brandon Willard around.
Oh,
Major
Willard in the
penalty. Alex
tires.
Young involved as well. The white flag is out, so it's official. Here's Wesley Burke, Braxton DeWeese for the win. And Wesley Burke wins it. The top 5 moves, so Jonathan Giacherri also advances.
Yeah, and those other drivers there who did not advance in this heat will have to try to race their way in the consolation race later on this evening, where only the winner from that race moves on to our final. So we saw kind of what we were expecting, mostly single file and a couple drivers trying to use the bumpers to make moves done. But otherwise, decently clean race there for heat number 1.
Tried to get that ticker issue fixed and didn't look like it wanted to get fixed. Ooh, that's an issue. I thought I had this all situated before we went live.
Okay, so we're gonna head down pit road. We're gonna be going green. Green flag in the air.
Gavin Gleitzman, Dominic Rossi side by side for the lead. Tristan Brunelli made his name in the M&L Welding and Repair Street Stock Tour. Forgot the initials of it. Street Stock Tour. Now he's around. What a move by the 66 to avoid that carnage. And now 4 wide for the lead.
Right.
Tristan Brunelli wants the lead. Tristan Brunelli started back in 3rd. Now he's leading. 5 laps to go.
Oh!
Devin Lyons hard on the tire barrier. That's going to be a lot of damage for that 24 car. That was one thing I mentioned in the pre-race was if drivers were going to misjudge this track and hit those tire barriers as the caution comes out for that wreck. Four laps to go here at Sonoma Oval for heat number 2 of 3. What a move by Tristan Brunelli to get that lead. While we're under caution, this is that move for the lead. Tristan Brunelli, you see that white car in 4th. Just send it up the inside and get the move done. Wonderful move by him.
Yeah, so he took advantage of the other cars getting into a bit of a scuffle there. It was 51 making contact to another car into the outside wall. He's able to capitalize from that. Dive down to the inside. Take over the lead. Still going to have the lead now. It'll be 2 laps to go, and the green flag comes out, and we are back under green. The 18 and the 51 side by side into 1 and 2. Brunelli going to edge ahead, coming out of 2. 51-point pressure back on the outside.
Contact in the
Oh,
back.
contact. Wreck out back.
Dominic
Caution's
Carusi
probably
goes
going to come back
around.
out.
No
Still
caution
green.
yet. At 51,
Oh,
Gavin Gleitzman not happy. He uses the
heavy
bumper.
contact.
And now Pernelli drops all the way down to third. And that's the end of it. Gavin Gleitzman won. Adam Holston, Tris Brunelli, Ryan Hufford, and Elijah Maupin. That 66 car with that incredible move to avoid a wreck. He advances.
The green flag this time by 88. Oh, we got a car around already in the back.
As Josh Tarrant Hill in that 88 car running on the inside. Drops all the way down to third. Unfortunately, my ticker system just quit on me, so that's awesome. Tarrant Hill around in the back. But the battle for the lead continuing. Wesley Lynch in that 29. Battling the 10 for second. Caution's out. Under caution for the first time. Unfortunately, can't go back and look at the replay. But this battle between the 29 and the 10 has been really close. We saw Heat 1, a lot of domination by the 8 of Braxton Ruiz. And then the second split, we saw a lot of battling between drivers. And now, green flag flies. Car spins in the back. Car number 10 moves into third. Here's the battle between the 29 and the 10, continuing to develop. Almost contact there. There's the bumper. Car number 10 gets there, leads that lap. That's the end of it. And we're back. A little bit of issues on the back end. Here we are.
Oh,
Wrecking
spin
the
on the
pack.
restart. Believe we're gonna. No, the caution is gonna come out.
That was Dominic Rossi. Look at this, right off the restart. Right off the race start. Watch that purple and white car, number 12. Had a little bit of help from behind, it looks like. Helped around. But the caution is out.
US Field catching up to the pace car. Currently, I believe the 30 of JT McNulty is your leader. Remember, this is the consolation race. Whoever wins this race is the one and only driver to make it from this race to the future. All the other heat races, of course, top 5 made it, and anyone outside top 5 qualified for this race. So right now, McNulty's got to be feeling good out there leading, hoping he can get into the feature race by winning his way in. You see the field going to double up this time.
Pace lights are out, going to double up. Yeah, JT McNulty currently sitting in that first position. He's got to be feeling good about himself in this position. He's in the right part of the field for defending his lead for getting into the race and into the feature race. And here we go, 8 laps to go, or 11 laps to go. Now 10. 67, James Sturdivant, big loose, loops it around off of turn 2 down the backstretch. We stay green. Gary Baldwin Jr. up to, or sorry, JT McNulty still in the lead. The caution comes back out again. Devin Lyons involved this time. You see James Sturdivant looping it. We saw that earlier, and here's Devin Lyons.
Ooh,
Big hit.
oh. We get loose and hit the tires there.
Baldwin Jr. in that 26 machine. He is the current leader. There it goes. Still under caution. Now, Gary Baldwin Jr. in that 26 car. Currently showing as your race leader. But JT McNulty in that 30 car has to be feeling confident with himself. And that 05 Alex Young. Or, sorry, the 05 of John Stellard. If you're John Stellard, you're starting on the outside on a flat track. And you don't have control of the restart. How do you, like, mentally prepare yourself? Like, how do you plan on fighting that 30 car for the lead?
Honestly, I'd say his best bet is probably to try to slot in line behind him so he can get to that bottom. And then at that point, it's up to him to either use the bumper or try to find another way around him.
We'll see how it happens. Pace car pulls off. JT McNulty in control. John Stellard on his outside. Green flag back in the air. We're racing. And that was the exact plan. John Stellard dropped to the bottom. But between JT McNulty and Alex Young. Wreck in the back. Dominic Rossi, James Sturdivant involved as well. The caution comes back out again. And you see James Sturdivant in pit road. A lot of damage to that 67 machine. We got about 6 laps left. JT McNulty currently leading. Yeah, so that plan you mentioned with John Stellard dropping to the bottom and trying to make another move, that worked. But now do you think that Gary Baldwin in that 26 car is going to be closer to that 30 car to try and prevent that from happening?
I would expect so, seeing that he witnessed the way it worked there for the 05. So I would expect, yeah, he's probably going to block
At
the
26,
inside.
at 26 going to be try to be a little bit closer to that 30 car, try and pin that 05 to the outside and potentially make him become the second place car behind JT McNulty. Now, only the leader advances, so these positions don't really matter as the green flag flies. And that plan worked yet again for that 05, dropping to the apron. You see him gain on in the center of the corner. Lose on exit. Still side by side,
Oh,
bumper to bumper. Now,
well,
the
the
lines
05 was
around.
around. Say Devin Lyons was around. I'm pretty sure the 05 also spun.
John Stellard around off of turn 2. The caution comes back out again. And now Gary Baldwin moves to that second place position. Looks like my scoring software is having a mental breakdown, it looked like. I think it's being overwhelmed by the the heat format. I have a feeling it's not very happy with me. But we'll roll with it. JT McNulty, Gary Baldwin, Alex Young, your top three. Now only that leader advances, JT McNulty. Currently sitting in that advancement seat. Gary Baldwin on the outside as the pace lights go out. We'll double up. And we'll try again. Pace cars in. JT McNulty, Gary Baldwin Jr. Green flag back in the air. Baldwin shoots wide. Alex Young to the inside. There goes James Sturdivant around. Or sorry, Dominic Rossi around. JT McNulty out in the lead. The battle is for second. Gary Baldwin Jr. under attack from Alex Young and Brandon Willard. If you're JT McNulty, you see that big gap towards second, and you see them fighting for second. That's got to be breath of fresh air. You get to relax. You don't have to push that hard. Is that right? If you're that leader.
Yeah, I mean, having that gap.
Oh,
Oh, the 76 is loose. Gonna save it.
Alex Young almost lost it off at turn 2. He falls back to 5th. And now Gary Baldwin all by his lonesome in second. The caution comes back out again. Or that's the checkered flag. So JT McNulty advances to the feature.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Well, we have no scoring. Tristan
Have to do this
Brunelli,
old
Adam
school.
Holston side by side for the race lead. Now Tristan Brunelli pulls away.
One car banging off the wall in the back.
Single file out through the field. So far, contact. 0-2 car. Adam Holston almost went for a ride. And now side by side, battle for third. Adam Holston falling back. There's the 10 of Indy Kirkenbauer. Moves up to second behind Tristan Brunelli, and we're already catching lap traffic. We're only 5 laps into this race, and we already have lap traffic. That's the 51 of Gavin Gleitzman in front. And here's a good look to see how small this track is. This is off the blimp camera. And the caution comes out. Wesley Lynch involved in this one. Let's take a look. Wesley Lynch, that's a 29. Oh. John Ullman. Elijah Maupin involved in that one. As Tristan Brunelli and Indy Kirkenbauer. Your 2 race leaders, first and second. Pace lights are out. We double up. We're green. Braxton DeWeese loose. He had contact with your race leader, Tristan Brunelli. He's able to hang on to third, but Wesley Burke in that 77 around to the outside. But Tristan Brunelli able to hang on to that race lead. And the caution comes back out again. Elijah Maupin looks to be involved in this one. Elijah Maupin, there's the 51 of Gavin Gleitzman. Just contact. Oh, JT McNulty in the 30 car. There's the 69 of Andrew Shoby involved as well. But this is exactly the kind of race we thought we were going to see here, Colin. A lot of single file, a lot of contact, a lot of frustration, a lot of drivers trying to dive it up the inside, get that preferred lane. Drivers using the bumper, trying to move cars out of their way. So, if you're Tristan Brunelli, you're the race leader. How scared are you that car number 10, Indy Kirkenbauer, is gonna just drive through you to try and take the race lead?
I mean, I don't expect him to drive just straight through him, but definitely, yeah, he's got to look out for a bump and run. You're gonna have to keep an eye in your mirror, but obviously you can't not look ahead of you once you catch lap traffic because you could
Yeah.
easily get involved in something ahead while looking behind. So yeah, you're just gonna have to keep an eye behind and in front.
That's something that's being the race leader is hard to do, is having to both fight the driver in front of you and fight and pay attention to drivers behind you that are coming up for position and drivers in front of you that you're trying to lap. So a lot of things that are difficult to manage as the race leader. So get our ticker back up and working. There it is. Tristan Brunelli, Indy Kirkenbauer, Braxton DeWeese, Wesley Burke, Adam Holston, your top 5. Green flag back in the air. We're back underway here at Sonoma. Wesley Burke into the back bumper, Braxton DeWeese. JT
Saw saw
Gerstner
Kurt
involved as well. Involved in a wreck.
shoot out wide in the back. Yeah, I'll say I thought I saw that wreck in the back there.
Pay attention to that 70
Somewhere.
car. Oh, missed his
Ooh.
braking zone. Getting in a 3. Overshot the corner and sent it wide. That could have been way worse than it was.
Oh, 100%. Definitely could have been more cars involved, but it's just gonna be the one car involved.
And just the one
Or
car of JT Gerstner involved in that. But if that was timed any differently, that's he's going into a crowd of people, and that's going to be a big wreck on a short track. So could have been a lot worse of a wreck, but brings out another caution. And Tris Brunelli, Indy Kirkenbauer, these two have been fighting tooth and nail for this race lead, and currently Tristan Brunelli holds it. But pay attention to that 77 to Wesley Burke. He's been fast. He was fast in his heats. He's been fast. He's been up front this race. See Josh Tarrant Hill in pit road. Pace lights go out. We'll double them up. And we'll keep them going.
let's say pace lights are gonna come back on there. The field didn't look like they were fully
Fully set
stacked up. Yes. Yeah, so
So
we're gonna go around.
another caution lap around this place. Now we're going back green. Pace car pulls in. Brunelli, Kirkenbauer on the front row. And we're back underway here at Sonoma. Lap 12 of 75. We're already got one spinning in the back. Trying to find who that was. Like JT Gerstner in that 30 car.
Oh, hit the tires.
Yeah, and that 70 car not had the day he wanted to coming into this race. There we are. 12 laps into this race. You're Tristan Brunelli. Are you kind of relieved that we've had all these cautions? Are you kind of frustrated with all the cautions and you like, I just want to run laps?
I would 100% say that he's probably frustrated, just wanting to sit here and tick laps off. But obviously, we don't count caution laps here, so it's gonna be a long one if this is how the trend continues. And every time you bunch the field back up, it's just another opportunity for another driver to try to take the lead.
Yeah, opportunities for Indy Kirkenbauer in that 10 car, Wesley Burke in that 77, Braxton DeWeese in the 8, even maybe Ryan Hufford or Adam Holston sitting 5th and 6th for them to try and take the lead. We've seen moves. We saw Tristan Brunelli in Heat 2 go from 4th to 1st in a single corner as the green flag flies yet again. So plenty of opportunity for passing without using the bumper, and there they want to as well. Caution flies. There's that 51, Gavin Gleitzman. He got tagged, went around going into turn 1. And we're under caution again. Precisely what Tristan Brunelli doesn't want to see is another caution, and that's what we just got another one of. And it changes the whole perplexion of the race. There are no tire changes. So all these heat cycles of heating the tires up while racing, cooling them down under caution, that's just going to change how the tires wear and is going to come into effect towards the end of this race. Is that tire wear and the tire heat going to matter? It is 75 laps under green. Caution laps do not count. So is that tire heat and tire wear going to come into effect towards the end of this race?
Without a doubt. With this track being flat, you're solely relying on those tires to get the car to turn. And the more and more you're gonna heat cycle those tires, like you mentioned, they're gonna start wearing quicker. And by the end of this race, I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of drivers just very loose. It's gonna have to be careful when putting the throttle down so the cars don't spin out off the corners.
We've had
Very interested.
we've
Very
had
interested to see how these are gonna develop.
Yeah, we've had drivers having issues getting off the corners already with fresh tires. So now you throw in cooler, uh, cooler worn tires or hotter worn tires into the equation, and all of a sudden, drivers are going to have issues. If the green flag flies yet again, Tristan Brunelli, and now Wesley Burke wants second. He's to the inside. Contact! Big wreck!
Oh,
Tristan Brunelli goes for a slide. Big wreck in the back. A lot of drivers involved. 66 of Elijah Malpin. Looked like the 30 of JT McNulty. Gavin Gleitzman looked like he was involved in that one as well. So a lot of carnage. Let's take a look. So obviously we had the one at the front. You get the 77 just bumps. 18 of Tristan Brunelli. And there's contact with the 10 of Indy Kirkenbauer. Those two go around. 77 involved as well. Contact, almost a car in the air. This is the lead pack wreck. And then in the back, you have the 51 of Gavin Gleitzman sliding, the 66 of Elijah Maupin involved.
I believe the incident started with the 34.
34, John Ullman. Let's take a look. Yeah, there's John Ullman around the outside. He gets loose at the same time. The leaders
Yep.
get involved as well. So 2 incidents at the same time. And now, Ryan Hufford, your race leader in that 83 car. He's up 10 spots from where he started back in 11th. So we go double up. Pace car comes in. 2 big wrecks to bring out this caution. We're back underway. Ryan Hufford, Indy Kirkenbauer, Braxton Ruiz, top 3. Big wiggle in the back. We're still green. Now side by side for second. Braxton Ruiz, Indy Kirkenbauer. Wesley Lynch. Adam Holston. Fighting. 17 laps in the books of 75. Coming up to a third of the race done. Wreck in the back. Tristan Brunelli involved. And we stay green, but there's the 66 of Elijah Maupin. Locks up the tires getting into turn 1. Braxton DeWeese, currently your race leader. There's the 88 of Josh Tarrant Hill. He is currently a number of laps down and drops an additional lap down. He steps aside, lets the leaders go through. Excellent sportsmanship by the 88 car. And now Braxton DeWeese under attack from Indy Kirkenbauer. Indy Kirkenbauer's been in second for most of this race. He's been attacking the 18 of Tristan Brunelli. Then that big wreck happened, and now chasing the 8 of Braxton DeWeese. Braxton's dominated his heat, did not get the win. Still managed to advance into this race, and now is under attack by Indy Kirkenbauer. Wesley Lynch in that 29 car chasing, and now they're about to chase the pace car. John Ullman around. Let's take a look. There's Tristan Brunelli in that white 18, just gets contact into the 34, and the 34 goes for a slide. Doesn't look like too much damage to that 34 machine, but it's enough to bring the caution out. So Braxton DeWeese, your race leader. Indy Kirkenbauer second, Wesley Lynch third. Those three have been fast all day, but Andrew Shobi started up towards the front, has had an up and down day. He was involved in a couple incidents in the back of the field earlier tonight, and he's back up to fourth. Now, Colin, you have an up and down day like what Andrew Shobi has in the 69. How does having ups and downs affect your mental thought process for the race and how you prepare for it, as opposed to having a consistent, like being consistently in the top 5 or being consistently 25th through 30th?
Well, you sit there and you're probably gonna have another chance to have an opportunity to go up and race with the leaders, but you also got in the back of your mind that there is a chance that you're gonna fall back in the pack again. So really, you just try to focus on the good parts of your day and try to keep moving forward.
Focus on the good, ignore the dead.
I guess so.
Green flag back out. 24 laps in the books. 1/3 of the way through this one. Braxton DeWeese out to the lead. Now Ernie Kirkenbauer under attack by Wesley Lynch side by side for a second. Here comes Adam Holston, dominating in the M&H Welding Repair Street Stock Tour earlier this year, and now trying to throw his hat in the ring in the Legends Series. He sits fourth. Side by side, Ryan Huffer, Tristan Brunelli. Car around.
Oh, we got a spinner.
JT Gerstner in that 70 car brings out the caution yet again. Josh Tarrant Hill, what a day he's had. No. Multiple laps down that 88 car has, but he's still out here. He's still fighting. That shows you the kind of mentality that 88 car has. 2 laps down, and he's still out here. He's still racing. Like the determination to have the bad day and still be out here, still turning laps, having the mentality of there might be another caution, there might be a chance for me to get back in this race. Every driver has to have that. Tarrant Hill currently does, sitting 2 laps down.
I mean, seeing the nature of how this race has gone so far with all the cautions we've been getting, there's really no reason not to try to wait and get your damage repaired, because you're probably going to have a chance to get those laps back. So, seeing at the back of the pack right now, he's sitting and waiting. He's going to get a lap right there. That's going to put him 1 lap down, and another caution. He'll be back in the lead lap and able to actually race some people.
Yeah, Josh Tarrant Hill, he's fast. Came onto the scene in the M&S Welding Repair Street Stock Tour, and he was fast right away. Didn't get a win right away, but he was definitely contending for Those wins came about midway through the season. Tarrant Hill's one fast driver. Currently he and Ryan Hufford are the only two drivers one lap down. Everyone else on the lead lap. 14 drivers on the lead lap. Braxton Weiss, Indy Kirkenbauer, Wesley Lynch, your top three. Green flag flies yet again here at Sonoma. 27 laps in the books. Whoa! Jordan Brinkley gets in the back of Wesley Lynch. He goes for a slide, able to save it. He's able to stay in sixth. Single files out. John Ullman side by side with JT McNulty. Now JT, he dominated his heat. Led almost every lap. Won the race. Currently sitting back in 13th position. But Braxton Weiss now under attack. Here comes the 10 of Indy Kirkenbauer to the inside. Side by side for the lead. Contact! Indy Kirkenbauer on the wall. Big wreck off of turn 2. And the caution comes out again. Big names involved in this one. You see Adam Holston involved. Indy Kirkenbauer driving away. That's Elijah Maupin in that blue M&M's machine. A lot of damage to Braxton DeWeese in that 8. You see that fender bent way in. This is a big one.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
take
definitely
a
going
look.
to shake things up.
From the overhead. So you see Indy Kirkenbauer in that 10 car on the inside. Braxton DeWeese on the outside. Looks like he tries to do a crossover move and just misjudges it. Right there. Misjudged the crossover move and big hit into the wall by the 10. 8 of Braxton DeWeese almost goes up on his side and just drivers full throttle out of the corner with nowhere to go.
From
Now
the trouble races,
you're coming out of the corner flat out. You have a spotter telling you wreck in turn 2. There's nothing you could really do. You're already committed to turning the corner and maximizing your exit. So what do you do?
I see a lot of drivers there that made it through were far enough back that they were able to see the incident happening as they were coming out of the corner, so they were able to drop low. But yeah, hey, there's drivers in line there that had nowhere to go, just piling into that wreck.
Green flag flies yet again. Wesley Lynch takes the lead. Battle of the Wesleys, and here comes Wesley Burke on the outside. Tristan Brunelli back up to second. He's had an up and down day. Tristan Brunelli was the dominating force in the first 20 laps. He got involved in an accident, fell back in the pack, and there goes Wesley Burke for a slide. He saves it. John Ullman, he was involved in one of the big ones, and he's back up to 4th. Wreck in the back. Andrew Shobi, caution comes out, and that 66 car has a lot of damage. Let's take a look. On the inside of Braxton Ruiz, clips the 10, clips the 8, and around he goes. And there he is sitting on pit road getting some damage repaired. And like you said, with all these cautions, it's almost worth it to just sit in pit road, get all your damage repaired, make sure your car's safe to race and competitive, and then just get your laps back. And speaking of getting your laps back, Josh Tarrant Hill, welcome back to the lead lap. He's currently sitting 12th. So Tarrant Hill, we saw just 10 laps ago, is 2 laps down, and now he is in 12th, back on the lead lap. So just like you mentioned, it worked for Tarrant Hill. Get all his damage repaired, and he got back on the lead lap. So here we go. Pace lights go out. We're double filed up. Tristan Brunelli warming up, tires up. And here we go. Pace cars in. Wesley Lynch, Tristan Brunelli, green flag back in the air.
Ooh, contact there.
GT McNulty, middle of 3 wide, contact between himself, Braxton Deweese, and Indy Kirkenbauer. These two were involved in that big wreck off of turn number 2, and here they are sitting 8th and 9th, trying to charge their way back up to the field. Sitting right behind Ryan Hufford, who he has had some laps led earlier tonight. Well, Wesley Lynch currently has a big 18 in his mirror. Here comes Tristan Brunelli, hard charging. And Wesley Burke coming with big loose out of Tristan Brunelli. He's in the wall. Everyone able to avoid him.
Gonna stack the field up here, creating a bit of a mess. More contact there with another car.
Tristan Brunelli, Jonathan Giacherri side by side. Well, that 18's loose. There's got to be some damage to that 18 car.
Ooh, yeah, he's all over the place right now fighting that car.
Excellent job by Tristan to hang on to it so far, but there's got to be something wrong with it. Maybe suspension broken. But kudos to him keeping that car under him, but I don't know how much longer he can keep that car under him. Wesley Lynch, not green grass, gray asphalt. I tried going with an NFL reference for some reason. 41 laps in the books, and the caution flies. JT McNulty is the one involved. And let's take a look. There he is. That green 30 machine. He's got Adam Holston behind. Gets slight contact and just gets ran over by the 0-2 of Adam Holston. So unfortunate. Another caution. We're almost 2/3 of the way through this race. And what are some of your key takeaways from this race, Colin?
Well, so far, obviously, it's if you use the bumper, either you spin or the person in front of you spins. So that's been a pretty common theme. But also just these very short green flag runs, which is allowing, as you mentioned earlier, these tires are heat cycling. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. You gotta wonder, it's probably affecting the handling of a lot of these cars out here.
That could also be what's been happening with that 18 of Tristan Brunelli.
That's exactly what I was just about to say, yeah.
The added damage plus the heat cycles, and there's no tire changes allowed for these cars. So now you have to wonder, are some of these drivers in the back of the field just trying to preserve equipment, trying to save their tires for a late race run? We saw that back in the late model stock series with the two Toyotas, Noah Hubbard and his teammate doing that, sitting in the back, saving tires, and they were able to make it to the end of the race. As the green flag flies, the two Wesleys bring us to green. Wesley Lynch, Wesley Burke side by side for the lead. Here comes Gavin Gleitzman. He was at 1.2 laps down, and here he is fighting for the lead. Jonathan Giacherri sitting in 4th. He's been a fast car all night. John Ullman around.
Oh, there's a wreck out back.
John Ullman involved. Elijah Maupin, Adam Holston, JT McNulty. McNulty just had a slide cooking his tires, and here he is involved in another one. Let's take a look. John Ullman in that 34 machine. He's going to go wide. Cut down, trying to do a crossover on the 10, and didn't know Tristan Brunelli was there. And that's some more damage to that 18 of Tristan Brunelli. And that car's already been tough to handle. Lap 46 of 75. Almost 2/3 of the way done with this one. And here is yet another heat cycle to add to the wear on these tires. I mentioned it earlier. Thought we were going to get a nice long green flag run. Thought maybe, hey, I'll mention the heat cycles. Maybe they won't play a factor, but here they are playing an even bigger factor than I really thought was possible in this race.
The line of drivers coming off pit road right there. McNulty, Holston, Shobe. I believe
Tarrant
Tarrant
Hill.
Hill came back out.
Only 10 drivers on the lead lap. 11th place, JT McNulty, currently 2 laps down. The green flag flies. We're back underway here at Sonoma.
The 51 looking for a move now for the race lead.
Gavin
That's
Gleitzman,
it.
he was laps down earlier this race. Now he's sitting second looking for the race lead.
Just say that 77 staying there in third. I feel like he's
Caution,
been one of the.
Tarrant Hill. Let's take a look. Tarrant Hill, he's the inside of John Ullman. Contact between him and Ullman, and that sends the 88 around. Another incident that Josh Tarrant Hill is involved, and he is back on the lead lap. Currently in pit road. Pull up this nice little timing tower. Under the 13th caution tonight.
What I was going to point out there before the caution came out is the third place, the 77 machine. I feel like he's one of the few drivers tonight that hasn't really been involved in anything. He's just been kind of chilling up there in that top 5, top 3. And having a solid night at that. I mean, a lot of these cars have either, banged wheels, banged doors, banged a wall. I feel like he's just been keeping it clean.
Wesley Burke having a quiet night, currently sitting third. Don't believe he's had any laps led. The pace car pulls off. And the green flag flies. 47 of 75. There goes Gavin Gleitzman wide. That's going to send a bottleneck in turn 2. And here comes Jonathan Giacherri to spoil his party. Wesley Lynch currently leading. We see all but one driver on the lead lap. And that's the 70 of JT Gerstner, who's off the track. So everyone's still in this race, so to speak. No one's a lap down. Here comes Wesley Burke trying to take the race lead from the outside. And he has Indy Kirkenbauer to help. Caution flies. Ryan Hufford. Watch that black and lime 83. Oh, big hit. Big hits, Josh Tarrant Hill. That is not a hit you want to have at into the end of a tire barrier. Let's take a look. Here's Tristan Brunelli. Watch the lime, or the white and lime 18 clips the 80 or 66.
Contact there, yeah.
And then just
Then,
that's a big hit by the 88.
Right into the end of the tire barriers. You see those two cars going to get stuck together.
A lot of drivers on pit road getting repaired.
Getting reports here. The 18 of Brunelli is out after that one. Too much damage.
That is the end of Tristan Brunelli's day. Tough luck for that 18 car. He was fast early this race. And that is how some races go. Short track races go. A lot of damage to that 18 car. And he's done for the afternoon. Under caution for the 14th time this evening. Wesley Lynch, Wesley Burke, line them up side by side. Indy Kirkenbauer, Jonathan Giacherri. Road number 2, Braxton DeWeese has climbed his way back up to 5th. Green flag back in the air. 25 laps to go here from Sonoma. Gavin Gleitzman wants more. He sent it way up the inside of Jonathan Giacherri. He moves up to 5th. Now, Indy Kirkenbauer, he wants second. Or he's in second, wants the lead, and there
Oh, the
goes the
77's
77.
around.
Big wreck.
Commentators first.
The 66 involved Wesley Burke as well. Adam Holston involved in this one as well. Looked like he just got clipped. So watch this black and ground 77. The 51 to his inside just gets loose, it looked like. But now Wesley Lynch, your race leader. But what a beautiful day to have a race. Look at all the beautiful weather as we get doubled up, getting ready to go green. Couple cars coming off of pit road. Look at those hills in the background. It's a good spot. Here's a good look at going into turn 4 on the road course. You see how hilly this track really is. And then compare it to how flat the short track is. But we got 19 laps to go here from Sonoma. Green flag back in the air. A lot of damage on the front end of that 10 car, but he doesn't care. He's in second. Braxton Weiss in third. Wesley Lynch still in the lead, but there goes Gavin Gleitzman. Gets loose. He's able to hang on to that car, keep it going straight. And 21 laps to go here from Sonoma. Oh, big wreck!
Oh, another wreck.
Josh Tarrant Hill unable to avoid this one. Ryan Hufford involved. Adam Holston. John Ullman involved as well. And the yellow flag flies yet again. Let's take a look. Here's Ryan Hufford. Watch the black and lime. There's side by side with the 51. 51 just got loose maybe. Put the 83 in the tire barrier and another wreck involved. But here's yet another heat cycle to add on to the mountains of heat cycles that we've had this race.
Look who's up to second.
Braxton DeWeese. He was involved in a big wreck earlier. He still has that damage from earlier.
Clawed his way back through the field, up to second now.
More, I would say gifted with all the wrecks.
I mean, that also helps, yes.
But Braxton DeWeese, excellent driver. I've raced against this driver in a different series. Braxton DeWeese, very good driver. Able to avoid the multitude of accidents we've had this afternoon. And he's currently sitting second, trying to take the lead away from Wesley Lynch. As the green flag flies, 20 laps to go here from Sonoma. And Indy Kirkenbauer wants the lead as well. He's up to second. Braxton DeWeese falls to fourth as Gavin Gleitzman wants the lead. He was 2 laps down earlier tonight. Big loose from Indy Kirkenbauer. There was a wreck in turn 3. Tarrant Hill yet again. Unfortunate, he's had an up and down day. John Ullman looks to be involved as well. There's John Ullman in the 34, Josh Tarrant Hill in the 88. There's dual spins from contact. There's Josh Tarrant Hill in pit road. And his up and down day continues. Now, if you're Indy Kirkenmauer, Gavin Gleitzman, and Braxton Weiss. You're sitting second, third, and fourth. Are you happy to be second, third, or fourth? Or are you frustrated that first is just right there and you can't get there?
Honestly, I don't know what to say anymore with this race. I feel like you can go from leading this race to being 3 laps down to being back in the lead to being in the back of the pack. I just we're not only are we heat cycling the tires. I mean, we're cycling
We're
the
heat cycling
entire
the
race.
field.
Yeah, it's it's been an interesting one.
Interesting, to say the least. Now I run a league myself, the Burnt Rubber Racing Association. The Cup Series broadcasts here on the Green Flag Racing Network. After seeing this race, I'm kind of tempted to put this on the schedule as the green flag flies yet again. Contact, Braxton Weiss around. He keeps it straight. Someone sends it through the infield. That's Jordan Brinkley. 3 wide off of turn 3. Ryan Hufford in the middle of it.
Brinkley wisely keeping it on the inside of the tires there not to cause a huge incident.
And what happens anyways? Brinkley involved.
Just as I say it, oh, commentators curse again.
Brinkley involved. Andrew Shoby, JT McNulty. There he is on the infield, blends into traffic. Excellent job by the 11. And Tarrant Hill gets loose off the corner, just barely tags the 11. And JT McNulty, nowhere to go. Wesley Burke involved as well. Not Wesley Burke. That was Andrew Shoby, sorry. Andrew Shoby involved as well. And there's Andrew Shoby in pit road. JT McNulty in pit road as well. You really got to stop talking. This is another commentator's curse by you.
I have that effect on people. So, yeah.
You think that's the last caution of the night?
No. No, I do not. We are.
You gotta have a little bit of faith in these drivers. These are the best of the best that applied to this race.
I mean, that is true. We did eliminate a lot of drivers via the heats and the consolation race, but no, I don't foresee this being the end of the cautions. These drivers are rowdy and they all want to win. As we're back under the green. Oh, three wide
into turn 3. JT McNulty.
Oh, the 29's right in front of the field.
Big wreck.
Big crash.
No caution yet. And there it is.
Oh, they tried to keep it green as long as they could. Two incidents happening.
Adam Holston. So JT McNulty and Andrew Shoby get together on the exit. But there's the 29 of Wesley Lynch.
Oh, and just everyone had nowhere to go.
Yeah. Take a look. Wesley Lynch in the 29. Take a look. 3 wide into 1. Just gets tagged by the 51.
Oh, yeah. 51 just overshot the corner.
And then nowhere for drivers to go. Wesley Burke, you'd mentioned how he was able to just avoid the carnage throughout the race. Wasn't able to avoid that one.
Involved in 2 of the last 3 incidents. So, you said to have some faith.
I'll eat my words. How about that? I'll have them for dinner tonight. I'll slow cook them. How about that?
Gonna be 9 laps to go this time, 8 to go on the restart. Pacer lights are gonna go off this time by.
Well, caution laps don't count, so I'll actually be going.
Oh, you're correct.
On lap 63 of 75, so there'll be 11 or 12 laps to go. I'm not sure how my math works. Math was not my best subject in school, I'll tell you that much. Racing was.
Yeah, and I'm going off the ticker, that's all I got, so.
Yeah. There we go.
Back to
11
green.
laps to go. Or 12 laps to go here from Sonoma, California, as Indy Kirkenbauer leads his first laps of the night. And
Oh,
Wesley Lynch, big wreck!
big hit.
Wesley Lynch had a big wreck, and the caution comes back out again. That was a big hit. You saw that one. Here we go, Wesley Lynch.
Oh, boy.
Pay attention to that 29 car sitting in 3rd position. Just gets clipped by the 66 on exit right there.
Yeah, and
Right in
straight
the
into the
tire barrier.
tires. Ooh.
And nowhere for anyone to go. Gavin Gleitzman, the 51, you saw go for a pirouette. And there's Wesley Lynch into pit road. Had a bad fast car all day. Was sitting top 5 the entirety of the race. Taken out late in this one. But like I mentioned in the pre-race show, it's a very beautiful part of the country. It's middle California. Looks about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours north of San Francisco. It's just west of Sacramento. Very beautiful part of the country. It's very green in late spring, early summer. NASCAR typically comes here in late summer. Very beautiful part of the country, known for its vineyards, wineries. And it has a good flowing road course to go with it. Now, Sonoma is very split amongst race fans, especially NASCAR fans, but the green flag will come back out. There's Andrew Shelby coming out of pit road right in front of the leaders. This won't be well. Indy Kirkbauer, Jonathan Giacherri side by side for the lead. Jordan Brinkley makes his way up to 2nd. Here's a good look coming into turn 3. But 8 laps to go, coming to 7 laps to go here in this one. And these drivers are just trying to keep it green, trying to tick the laps down. A lot of cautions tonight.
The field's starting to string out. At least the top 3 are strung out, but still some side-by-side battling. Back there looks like for 5th.
Ryan Huffer, Braxton DeWeese side by side. There's Gavin Gleitzman getting in the way a little bit. He's trying to play defense for 4th, or for 5th. That's Wesley Burke in 4th. How is that 77 in 4th? Just saw him have some big hits, and there he is sitting in 4th.
I mean, we've seen in previous races, these cars can be pretty
Durable.
indestructible little things. Yeah.
These cars are from 1934, so I'm not surprised that they're lasting this. As Giacherri goes around,
Oh,
caution comes
gonna
out.
loop it. Oh.
And the caution comes back out with 3 laps to go here from beautiful Sonoma, California.
Just had one of our longest green flag runs of the race there. Yeah, I don't know. This style of racing is very interesting because oh, there's a car stuck in the tire barrier there.
Where was Jonathan Giacherri going? He crashed. This is after the caution. So there's the pace car.
Oh no. Oh no.
Poor Jonathan.
So
So if you didn't know, you can go through the pace car. The pace car is not considered a solid object within iRacing. However, if you go inside the pace car, you then see the internals of the pace car instead of the track. So Giacherri goes into the pace car, loses the ability to see where the track is, turns just a little too much, and verifies that the tire barriers are in fact solid.
yeah, I'm not sure what they decided to do with the tire barriers this race. They appeared to be
Solid.
lag bolted into the ground. Anyways,
Green
back to
flag.
green. 2
2
laps to
laps to
go.
go. Indy Kirkenbauer, Jordan Brinkley, side by side. Here comes Wesley Burke wanting to spoil the party.
There's a spinner out back. I think it was the 88. Still green.
Josh Tarrant Hill goes for a slide. White
White
flag. It's
flag.
official.
Watch for the move. There's a
Wesley
bump.
Burke. There's the bump. Wesley
He's gonna look
Burke's
to
gonna
the
get third.
inside.
Indy
He's got it.
Kirkenbauer loses the control, spins it out,
Oh.
finishes third. And Gavin Gleitzman wanted to verify the 54's claims about the tire barriers being made of concrete. But Wesley Burke gets it done, burns it down in the middle of 3 and 4. Wesley Burke, Jordan Brinkley, Indy Kirkenbauer. Those are your top 3. What a race.
That's one way to put it.
So, apart from all the discoveries about this track, what are your takeaways from the end of this race?
Honestly, I'm not sure what to say. It's been an interesting one, but as I mentioned earlier, the 77 up until that point hadn't been involved in any incidents and
Until you
is
had to
gonna
say
end
something.
up winning the race. So he was probably one of the most consistent drivers, being able to stay mostly within the top 5 the entire race. Braxton DeWeese, great recovery. He was down and out earlier in the race after getting major damage to his left front, but able to drive that car back up to third, and then Brinkley finishing second. Kirkenbauer in the P4, he was up there a good bit of the race. Same with Gleitzman, finishing P5. But I mean, if we look down at the bottom, a driver that's really gotta hurt after this one's gonna be the 18 Tristan Brunelli, because he led most at the start of this race. Gonna end up P15 at the end of it, 26 laps down. But yeah, I mean, that was a race.
Indeed it was. And now it's time for some post-race interviews. We got Braxton DeWeese. Braxton DeWeese, it's Chris Roscoe, Colin Grace in the GFR and broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
An up and down day for you. You were able to lead middle parts of this race. Fell back through the pack, drove back all the way up to third. Talk us through that drive back through the field in the middle of the race.
Yeah, I think I was a little too tight there onto the leader of Indy off of 2, and we got hooked together and went to the wall. Didn't want that to happen, obviously, and that gave me about 5 minutes worth of damage right there, but we still had our wheels intact. I just knew I had to be patient and, not move anybody out of the way for a position that doesn't need to be moved out of the way for. I don't think that, granted, it's a small track like this, it's more rewarding when you can actually get a solid run off the corner and actually get a good look and be able to dive to the inside, but not like dive it in there where there's no hole. You're already there to the left rear. So, I was trying to do that, or if we went to the outside, but the outside didn't really have the grip. If you're able to wrap around them barriers, that was going to be pretty good as long as you didn't hit them. And, well, I hit them a couple too many times and ended up getting some wheel damage on the left side. But all in all, we were still able to work with it and, just adapt to what we had there. And I'm just happy to, fall in the right spot, have the caution fall at the right time as well. In some spots, we didn't have that go our way a couple times, and then we had that go our way a few times at the end there. It's where we restarted 5th, and then we were able to get to 3rd. So I felt like anytime I restarted on the outside, especially with the damage I had there at the end, that I was toast. And we seen that one time there. But all in all, just happy with 3rd place with what happened there.
Yeah, excellent drive from you. Noticed quite a bit of damage on that front end after that big wreck in turn 2 with Indy Kirkenbauer. How is that affecting the car at all, or could you really not feel it? Was that fender being bent in not affecting the car handling at all?
I was running not too far off of my fastest time there at the end, so if it was affecting me, I felt it affect definitely on the outside. Now, once I got down to the inside, I was all right. It might have been just a tick tighter, but all in all, it was still good enough to where I was able to be in contention to run up there for the podium. So I'm surprised and I'm glad. So we led some laps, and I don't think we led any laps at South Boston, although we got the heat win in our debut. So second race, could led 11 laps. We could have obviously not made the mistakes that we made, but it is what it is. We'll just learn from it. I really don't run these cars as much as I do a bunch of other cars, so just trying to learn these and just learn all the oval stuff and just trying to adapt to what I can.
Yeah, excellent drive from you, being able to battle your way back up to third position. Uh, any last words before we let you go and celebrate? Excellent drive from you. You deserve this third place.
Yeah, most definitely a big shout out to Bullwinkles. I don't think I had a paint scheme, it's just all white car with a red number 8, but Bullwinkles, main sponsor. Also a shout out to Interstate 4, 3 Dips Ice Cream Shop, Steak Time, Deweese Renovations, Superior Sim Racing. You can use the code BDR5 for 5% off over there. Elevated TV, Ghost Train, Wood Nickel Band, Evan Pineta Designs, Phillips Wraps and Graphics. Our Pete's House, Winchester, Indiana, and Beaver Contracting for sponsoring the Roadsters at Anderson. We're racing this Saturday at Anderson in the Roadsters on the oval for probably 25 laps. It'll be my second race on the oval and third race at Anderson in the Roadster. And I'll also be racing Friday for my second race in a dirt legend at Moeller Raceway Park. So we got a busy weekend ahead of ourselves, and I'm looking forward to it. So I appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
See you next week, Braxton. Go celebrate. You deserve this one.
Thank you. Y'all take care.
What a drive from Braxton Deweese. And now second place, Jordan Brinkley had a very up and down day. And he's able to come home with second. Jordan Brinkley, it's Christopher Rosca, Colin Grace in the GFR broadcast booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
What a drive from you. Saw you had a moment towards the end of the race. You got loose off of 2, had to send it through the infield in 3 and 4 to avoid causing a wreck, and able to bring it home in second. How did that race go for you?
We didn't have very much luck, but we got a little bit towards the end, so I'll take it. Ended up P2, but after getting in a few other people's wrecks and everything else, but can't complain too much when you come away P2.
What a drive from you. We saw that moment coming out of turn 2. Saw you drive through the infield in turns 3 and 4. Kudos to you for making that move to go to the inside instead of trying to blend right into traffic right there, and able to keep the car into you, and then unfortunately had an incident off turn 2 right after it. But what a drive from you. You're able to crawl your way back up to second position. You're right there for the win, but congratulations on the second place finish. Any last words before we let you
Thank
go
you.
and celebrate?
Uh, yeah, I just got to thank JHGD Wraps and Austin Carson Motorsports for keeping me going fast.
Yeah, congratulations on the second place. You really earned this one, having to fight through the numerous cautions and accidents we've had tonight. Definitely made an interesting race, and you deserve it. Go celebrate.
Thank you, sir.
And last but certainly not least, Wesley Burke, car number 77, kept it clean throughout most of the race, got caught up in a couple accidents towards the end. Didn't affect him, though, as Wesley Burke took the checkered flag. What a drive, Wesley.
Yeah, that was definitely an eventful race. It felt good. I'm pretty good in a legend car, I would say. Got pole. Had to start fourth in the heat race. Won the heat race in kind of a circumstance. I mean, I just got the better launch and cleared him to the line on the restart. And since the caution came out before we went back going, it just gave me the lead for that. And yeah, I got into Tristan there twice. Once for the lead, and I don't know what happened. Like he kept checking up, like right as we're getting on the gas. Like I don't know if he's trying to like diamond it more than I was or something, but it happened twice, and I got into it.
Yeah, an unfortunate race for Tristan Brunelli, but you had managed to keep that number 77 clean for most of the race. And we were just talking about how well you were able to do that, and you just got caught up in an accident. So a little bit of commentator's curse on our part. I I apologize on behalf of myself and Colin Grace for that, but doesn't look like it affected you too much. You still came away with the W. Um, how bad was the wreck avoidance on this track? I've only driven on this track once in an ARCA car, but we saw a big wreck, the leader's wreck coming off of turn 2, and just everyone piles in. So how hard is it to try and avoid those wrecks on this track, especially with how short it is? It's only 0.2 of a mile.
It's pretty much impossible. I mean, yeah, you get in that range, and it's just you can't do much. I mean,
Yeah,
if you're
especially
somewhat close, you're in it.
especially with how this track's designed. You want to diamond the corner, so you take an early entry, push out a little bit, then cut back right on exit, and you're full gas right on the corner of the exit, trying to maximize exit. And if there's an accident there's nothing you can really do. And part of racing, but you're able to survive the carnage here at Sonoma, take away the W. Any last words before you let you go and celebrate?
Um, yeah. Thank y'all to broadcasting. Thanks to all the admins here at MRL, and shout out to PRSSetups.com.
Yeah, congratulations on your win. Go celebrate. You deserve this one.
Thank you.
That will do it for the Mystic Racing League's Legend Car Series at Sonoma, California. Colin, going through this field, going back through this race, who's your driver of the day?
I'm gonna give it to Braxton DeLeese in number 8. Uh, Obviously, as we were talking earlier, and he said during his interview, getting into contact with Kirkenbauer earlier in the race, getting that damage, ending up towards the back of the pack, but able to work his way back up to that top 3 finish. So he's gonna be my driver of the day.
I'm gonna give my driver of the day. I'm gonna give to the 51 of Gavin Gleitzman. Started back in the field, got a bunch of damage early this race, was involved in a bunch of cautions, fell laps down, able to get his way back on the lead lap and drive through the field to get up to where he finished in 5th place. So Gavin Gleitzman is my driver of the day. And that will do it here at Sonoma, California. Tomorrow night, the Mystic Racing League's Super Late Model Series heads to Rockingham, North Carolina to take on The Rock. Take care.